Welcome back. This is an Aleks training video on percent yield of chemical reactions. Percent yield is just the same as when I do a quiz and you make 6 right out of 7. I put 6 on the top of a fraction, divide by 7 is the possible answers, and then calculate a percentage. First you get a decimal and then you multiply it by a percent. So if you have a certain amount that you can scrape out of the glassware, okay, say 0.888 grams, well, that's the actual yield. That's what you actually scraped out. Your calculation is your theoretical yield. What we've been doing lately is your theoretical yield, and then you simply take your actual yield, divide it by your theoretical yield, and you're done. So that part's easy. We have to do another theoretical yield to find out how much is supposed to be there, and then we'll know what the percentage is. So, first it says we have aqueous hydrochloric acid reacting with solid sodium hydroxide to produce salt and liquid water. Alright, so we'll come down here. I have HCl, and that's aqueous. And I have sodium hydroxide, which is solid. And it's making sodium chloride, which is aqueous, plus water, which is liquid. Alright, now we have to balance it quickly. I've got sodium and sodium, that's fine. I've got chlorine and chlorine, is fine. I've got 2 hydrogens is fine, 2 hydrogens is fine. 1 oxygen is fine, 1 oxygen is fine. So it's balanced the way it is. They're nice to us this time. Okay, so it's a 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 relationship. They are saying that you're making 0.888 grams of salt. Okay, so that means what is my theoretical yield of the salt so that they can find out what my percent yield is. That means I want grams of salt. And to do that, I'm going to have to go first through moles of salt. Okay. And then they're going to give us grams of both of the reactants. And we have to do it twice, find out which one is the lowest, and then that will be the number of moles that we use. All right, so the first one is hydrochloric acid. It's going to give us 2.9 grams of hydrochloric acid. We're going to go through moles, because we compare numbers to numbers, moles is a number. And then here we have 1.9 grams. We find moles of the sodium hydroxide. Alright, so to go from grams to moles, I have to go through the periodic table and add the molar masses up. Alright, so I've got hydrogen. I've got 1 at 1.00794. Chlorine, I've got 1 at 35.453. It's a 1-to-1. I can simply add those up. That's 36.46094. So I'm going to start here, 2.9 grams of HCl. At 36.46094 grams in 1 mole of HCl. Grams will cancel. I'm now in moles. This gives me I have 0.07954 moles of HCl. Let's do the same thing here with sodium. oxygen, hydrogen, it's a 1 to 1 to 1. Okay, that's 39.99711 grams per mole. So I'm going to do the same thing here. This is now 1.9 grams of NaOH at 39.99711 grams of NaOH per mole of NaOH. How much is that? Divided by 39.99711 is 0.04750 moles of NaOH. That goes here. 0.04750 moles. Okay. Now, I'm interested in this. I have a 1-to-1 relationship and a 1-to-1 relationship. Okay, which one am I making less of? For every 1, I make 1. That means per 0.07, I make 0.07. Here's 1, I make 1. That's for 0.04, I make 0.04. So which is the least amount? It's this one. This is my least amount. So this is my limiting reactant, and I can only make this. I can't make this. This is going to be excess. I'm going to have leftover hydrochloric acid, but I'm going to use up all my sodium hydroxide. So this is going to be 0.04750 moles. Now I need to know how many grams that is. Okay, so I come over here. I do sodium is 1 times 22.989770, and chlorine is 1 times 35.453. Okay, can I add those together? .44277 grams per mole. Okay, so I start here. It's going to be 0.0475 moles of NaCl. In 1 mole of NaCl, I've got 58.44277 grams of NaCl. Moles cancel. I'm going to have 2.77603 grams. Okay. That goes here. Okay, that's my theoretical yield. That's how much I should have. I have 0.8888. So I have not very much. Okay, so this goes on the bottom of my fraction. This goes on the top of my fraction. So I'm going to have a fraction of 2.77603 with a actual yield of 888. This is grams. This is grams. I'm going to get a decimal. The decimal is 0.318 31988. Okay. If you look, I have two significant figures. Okay, so I'm going to have to round it to the percentage. So what is this as a percentage? 31.9. This is going to round to 32%. 32%. Okay, very involved, but the more you practice it, the better you get.